heat wave video, or as we say here, canicule. It's hot, yeah. So it's gonna be up to about 100 degrees Fahrenheit today, and my fan broke 2 days ago. I had to do something else this morning, so I couldn't go replace it. It's too hot to go out this afternoon, so I'll do it tomorrow. It goes without saying I don't have air conditioning. Many people don't where I live. So yeah, crazy. Anyhow, I wanted to briefly recommend this book, which is kind of a colossus, not gonna lie. How many pages is it? Gosh. About 900 pages. Worth it though, super worth it. So this is a work of history. It's called Albion Seed: 4 British Folkways in America by David Hackett Fischer. He's written several books and they're on my to be read list. So this one is exploring America's regionalisms which still hold today, in fact, and where only certain regionalisms, and where they originated in the British Isles. So he's really only talking about folkways that got brought over with the colonizers, the colonists from the British Isles. So in the early days of the wave of colonization in what is today the United States. Doesn't talk about later folkways that were brought over from later waves of immigration at all. Really only focusing on the British Isles. And it's fascinating. Oh my goodness, it's fascinating. It's fascinating, one, because I still notice these things today, just as a observer. My family on both sides originally from the South. And the observations are valid in terms of linguistic patterns, but also economic patterns and social etiquette and other cultural folkways. It's really astonishing, I gotta say, kind of crazy and shocking almost. So I just want to do a little read through here of some of the linguistic customs. For example, so I'm in the part about speechways. Virginia speechways, English origins of the Southern accent. And we know there's more than one type of Southern accent, but anyways. So an observation from a lady from Pennsylvania, for example, quote unquote, found herself strangely attracted to a Maryland gentleman who has the softest voice, never pronounces the R at all, end quote. And this reminds me just anecdotally of my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, who would put R's where there weren't R's in words and then leave them off other words. So some examples of the particular Virginia dialect that he's looking at. In that quote he said earlier, this was from the 18th century. I forgot to... Oh, no, excuse me. Yes, late 18th century. Just prior to the American Revolution. Anyhow, so some other examples of the Virginia dialect, saying catacornered for crooked, tarry for stay, afeared for afraid, passel for pack, chomp for chew, shock for a sheaf of corn, a mess of something, like a mess of vegetables, meaning a group or a bunch of vegetables. There were some other ones that I recognized that, saying that there was no call to do that, for example, meaning there was no reason or there was no cause to do that. That's definitely something I recognize. Yeah. And these folkways, apparently, in the Virginia dialect, were not invented in America. They come in particular, they were recorded as existing previously in these parts of the British Isles, the English counties of, I quote, Sussex, Surrey, Hampshire, Dorset, Wiltshire, Somerset, Oxford, Gloucester, and Warwick and Worcester, which I maybe didn't pronounce correctly, all those English counties. Anyhow, so I find this personally fascinating, and that's just the linguistic bit. The stuff about other types of cultural behavior also in the book. So yes, if you're interested at all, I highly recommend this. Just take your time with it because it's quite dense and there's charts and statistics and all kinds of things.